everyone, and welcome to another episode of She. Right now, I'm recording a vlog and I'm doing a podcast all at the same time. So, everyone try to work with me. I'm so thankful and so blessed to be able to come on here today and talk with you guys. So much has happened. It's like every day we wake up looking at something different in the world. Every day, it's like I wake up so thankful, and I'm always saying, God, thank you for waking me up this morning. Thank you for allowing me to wake up and breathe because there's so many people sick. There's so much going on. And I just don't want to take it for granted, my life. And I hope you don't either. Anyway, I have been actually contacted quite a bit in the last week. And it has a lot to do with, well, I don't want to say last week. It's just been a lot of people contacting me about fear, not knowing what tomorrow holds. And I have to remind everybody, I don't either. But I choose to put my life in the hands of the Almighty Father. And I explained to a client not too long ago, and I asked him, well, he had told me he was struggling with fear. So I was like, I want to get on here and ask you guys, are you struggling with fear? And if you say yes, I want to address fear. That's not what my podcast topic is about, but I just want to address it. And fear is the root of panic. Driving a lot of this panic and fear has to do with the media. People are sitting around watching the news 24/7. We're watching the numbers go up daily for people who are either dying or how many states have the most cases of the coronavirus. I'm going to tell you guys right now, turn the TV off. There's a difference in being aware and being scared. Now, me and my spouse, we are aware. We watch the news to be aware of what's happening in our surroundings, to know what's happening in our city. But it does not drive fear in us. We also, too, want to be prepared if anything was to be happening. So with that being said, if social media is giving you this type of fear, if you're watching everybody post about the pandemic and what's going on in the world, how many people are affected by it, who's sick, who's not, I would definitely suggest turning your TVs off and getting off of social media. That's just my suggestion. That's what I suggested to my patients. There's nothing wrong getting on there in the morning, seeing the news like most people do, or the evening news like most people do, but do not watch the news 24/7. That's all I can say. Just do not do it. But anyway, and also too, the Bible says we are not to live in fear. We serve a God that is very present and is in control of everything. He is in control of the world, and He is in control of our lives, and our lives are in His hands. Did y'all see in the last week where there was that post going around? People were challenged to sing, He's got the whole world in His hands. He's got the whole world in His hands. He's got the whole world in His hands. Well, anyway, my rendition of it is not the best, of course, but y'all know what I'm getting at. And that's what we have to remember, that God has the whole world in His hands. And we have to think on those positive thoughts. We have to think on thoughts that I know that we're going to come out of this. Even though it looks bleak, even though it looks challenging right now, even though we don't know what tomorrow brings, I choose to keep the promises of God right at hand. I have my scriptures in front of me, and I choose to keep the promises of tomorrow in the hands of the Father. Not me worrying about tomorrow today, because then I don't get to enjoy today worrying about tomorrow. So the Bible says in 2 Timothy 1:7, for God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and a sound mind. Deuteronomy 3:18, God will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. And I just want to get on here right quick and tell you guys that I really feel really encouraged to get on here and talk about this right quick, because it has really presented itself to me. I'm getting asked left and right, what am I doing? How are me and my husband handling it? I mean, literally just DMs. And it's like, wow, really? Y'all trust what I would think? But okay, let me tell you what we're doing. So I'm thankful. And also too, I serve a God who has giving me a spirit of peace about this. I just have a peace now. Also, too, I have common sense, but I have peace that, eventually this is going to end and that we're going to come out better than we were before. I know people are losing loved ones. I know people are really sickly. I see so much happening, but all I can do is pray. I am one person and all I can do is pray. But anyway, what I wanted to get on here and talk about today was, and I do have notes, but I want to get on here and talk about was there are ways to win during this coronavirus pandemic. And the first way I want to get on here and talk about to win, first way for you to win is spending time with your family. Now, I have seen so many negative posts about this, and it really bothers me as someone who raised kids and how many parents are just struggling with their kids being home right now. And I'm not speaking that I was the perfect parent, that there was never a time that I didn't want to break from my kids. I promise you that was never the case, because a lot of times I wanted a break, but I never hated my kids to be home. And it bothers me how many times I have heard parents say this in the last little while, like, I hate for, spend all this time with the kids. I would like for them to go and do something, but there's nothing we can do about it. So what I will want to get on here and say, get to know your kids right now. Get more involved in their lives. We have been so busy lately that we don't know our families. You don't know your kids. I had this one lady tell me that staying home with her husband is literally driving her crazy. What? That's not good, because we've got a long ways to go before we're out of isolation right now, before we're out of this thing of being quarantined. You got a minute to go. So I want to bring out some positives. Set designated times where your family gets together and y'all talk. If you got children who are young, read to them. Spend time with them, color with them. You'd be surprised how much kids enjoy that. When my kids were little, we were doing arts and crafts all the time. And I can tell you to today, my youngest child hates it because that's how much arts and crafts we did. And baking, getting them involved in the cooking, getting them involved in learning how to measurement, turn things into science and math, teach them how to do things. I'm gonna tell you, that's what I did. And I was literally telling this lady the same thing. Get them involved when you're cooking dinner. I mean, we should have been doing that anyway. It should never took a pandemic for us to be isolated, for us to start spending time with our kids. Get involved in what they're watching on TV. What are they watching? Do you even know who their friends are? What about what they're watching on YouTube? That's just some of the things. I don't want you to think, like I said, I'm trying to come down on anybody, but get involved and find ways to be creative. Find ways to make this enjoyable. Get on Pinterest, look stuff up. I literally encourage people, parents today, set times that you're doing homework together, set times that you're having fun together, set times where you're by yourself. You deserve to be by yourself at this time too. You don't have to just sit under your kids. You don't have to sit under your spouse. I don't know how big your house is or how small it is, but get away for a little while. And I'm not talking about go sit in the closet, but if you got to go sit in the closet, go sit in the closet. But at this time, what I'm doing is enjoying my family. I know I'm getting on my husband's last nerve, but baby, I'm enjoying every bit of spending time with him, because I'm normally working. When I come home, I have so much to do in that little bit of time before it's time for me to go to bed and start the next day over again. Whether it's studying, homework, you're talking with your family, you're talking with friends, the evening is gone just like that. And I'm barely spending time with my spouse or my son. Now, granted, my other kids are older and they just call on the phone and FaceTime, so they're happy with that. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. But anyway, I do my best to try to spend quality time with each and individual in my house, even my dogs. That's what you have to do. Now, the second one I would suggest is take this time to get healthier with your meals. I am really shocked at how many people are telling me they're eating so much junk food that they know for a fact they have gained so much weight. Now, here it is. If that's what you choose to do, you are totally up to you. But I would take this time. A lot of times we don't have time, to really go to the store and get healthy food. Take this time to make healthy meals. If you've wanted to go vegan, take this time to go vegan. If you wanted to be a vegetarian, take this time to try out different meals. Try to create different options of breakfast, lunch, and dinner snacks. If you've wanted to do meal replacement shakes, this is the time to try it and start and see how it works. I am telling you guys, we have been set up for this opportunity to stop and get a hold of our lives. And I'm watching people complain and not actually take advantage of all the opportunities that we're graced with right now. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that everybody is in the best opportunity, in the best situations, but what I'm saying is use this time wisely. I'm telling you right now, my husband has made me so many vegan soups that are frozen. I've got meals prepped, and he has literally set me up. And not only do I have healthy snacks, my coffees are here. I mean, like, what I'm saying is I am more than prepared that if I decide to go eat, I'm not looking at junk food. Not only do I not buy it anyway, I'm not looking at it. I'm not looking for cookies and cakes because of the fact I don't buy it. Now, I will say this. I have been struggling with a sweet tooth, so I've been buying a piece of it here and there so I don't eat the whole entire thing. That's what I've had to do. And also, too, if you have a problem with that, don't buy it. If you cannot control the urge, don't do it. Don't have it around you. You have to learn to practice the self-control. I'm not here to preach to anybody. I'm just trying to get people together. Because when we come out of quarantine, and y'all know it's going to be summertime, and you're going to be saying, like, I didn't get a chance to get snatched. Okay. Watch what you're putting in your mouth. And also, too, use this time to get organized. God help me with that. God help me. I literally had just asked my spouse today, can you please help me get organized in this house? Let me tell you guys something. That is not my forte. That is one of the things I struggle with. That is something, I'm not even ashamed to admit it no more. Back in my 20s and my 30s, I've been like, it's embarrassing. But now I just know I'm just not good at it. I'm not one of those people you would call like, Sharita, come help me organize. You might not want me. You want to call somebody else. Now, my daughter, she's the bomb. She can organize anything. My mom, too. Somehow it skipped me. I don't know what happened. But anyway, take this time to get organized. Tomorrow, my spouse and I are starting with my office. We're going to get, I have all my books on there, all my MCAT books, all my magazines that come in the mail every month. I mean, and I have a problem with throwing this stuff in the trash. Don't talk about me, but I do. I don't want to get rid of anything. So tomorrow he's going to help me go in there organized. And every day we're going to take time to go into individual rooms and organize things. It's hard for me, but when I have his support or somebody in there with me, I can do a whole lot more. But also, too, I'm designating a time for that to happen. So if you know for a fact the organization is hard for you, take 30 minutes of your day to do it. Play your favorite tunes. And when you start doing it, I would actually, I don't know, sometimes like in the background when I'm in, like, especially like, okay, like one of the things I'm doing this week is the closet. I'm gonna need y'all to say a prayer, okay? Say a prayer. The closet. I know for a fact that when I start the closet, I will have Hallmark in the background, or I'm gonna be listening to Grey's Anatomy. I know me. That's what I'm gonna have to do. But I'm also blessed too that motivates me. But also too, once I get it organized, I can easily keep it organized once it's like that. So for me, I know for a fact that one of my goals and mission while we are being quarantined, while we're not able to leave the house, is to get organized. And then, doing the kitchen drawers, getting your pots and pans, pots that we don't use anymore, glasses. Y'all ever seen people who got many cups and glasses? Well, I'm one of those people. I need to get rid of a lot of that stuff. I have a whole section in my kitchen where I have appliances that we don't use anymore. This is time to get organized. Spring cleaning is here. Clean that junk out. If you know for a fact that you have clothes in your closet that you don't wear, put them in the bag. When we're able to get out the house, go to Goodwill, or if you can sell that stuff, I can't even think of what it's, Poshmark, I think that's what they call it. Don't quote me, but you can go in there and sell that stuff. Whatever you choose to do. Facebook sells stuff. Just get rid of stuff and get organized. And I'm going to be honest with you, it brings you such a valuable piece when you know that your house is organized and it's clean and it looks the way you want it to. Well, for me, it does. Okay, so the next thing is good on a good workout regimen. Ooh, I know I done stepped on somebody's toes now, but I done talked about getting up and getting in shape and working out. Ooh, I know it. But anyway, that's something I love. So for me, daily to work out, that's a passion. That is something I enjoy. My only thing is, my only thing is finding workouts that work for you. So anyway, at this time, at this season, we have a lot of time on our hands. And I'm not speaking for everybody, but most individuals have a lot of time in their hands. Get up and get to moving. I don't care if you walk for 15 minutes out of the day, 30 minutes out of the day. Get a 2 mile walk in. I don't care if you're sitting on the couch. Get up, run in place, do some high knees, do crunches, do the plank, push ups. Get active. Because let me tell you guys something. When you start working out, it doesn't have to be strenuous, but I am going to tell you this: just start. And once you start, you'll start you'll get addicted. You'll actually wake up looking to do it. I literally had this friend of mine years ago. She's like, I hate working out. She's not going to do it. And I was like, girl, I'm telling you, just come on. So once we started, it got to a point where she was calling me, making sure I was going to come and work out. But anyway, the best thing about working out is how to release the stress. A lot of us are sitting in the house stressed out. We don't know what tomorrow holds, and we're panicking and we're tired. Get up and get to moving. That releases those good endorphins that make you feel so, so good. And once you get up and get to moving, not only will it gives you a boost of energy, but also too, it decreases your blood pressure and enhances your mood. But it also stimulates the brain plasticity and releases a plethora of hormones, the good stuff, the things that we really, really need to do. And I'm sorry, you guys, but I had to grab something real quick. But anyway, that's what working out does. So for me, when I'm telling people that I'm working out, I actually am getting up and it makes me feel so much better. So try it, do it, and see how you feel. I'm gonna tell you right now, I have not met anybody who starts working out and said, wow, I shouldn't have done that, unless you actually injure yourself. So my husband just raised his finger up talking about, that's him, he doesn't like to work out. Well, he's only like that too because he played football majority of his life, college football, and was been military for over 20 years. He does not like to really work out now. Now I'm just telling you, he just can't about get him to work out. But anyway, the next one I want to bring up is get on top of your business commitments. Are you working on your business plans? What are your goals when it comes to your finances? This is the perfect time for couples to become one when it comes to creating a business plan, a finance plan, getting your house, getting your taxes together. Or have you filed your taxes? I actually talked to this lady the other day that actually talked about people in their savings. We're looking into the stock market right now. I actually started buying stock in the last week. And I'm going to tell you right now, I actually wake up looking at my stock plan. Even though I know the stock market's not doing good, I understand that. I know people have lost a lot in their 401ks. I totally get it. And we have too. But I'm not worried about tomorrow. I'm planning today, knowing that God is a redeemer. I'm not going to sit here focused on what I've lost. I'm going to start focused on what's to come. And I know we're going to get all this stuff back. People are going to get their finances back together. I know this is just a season, and I'm just believing God that victory is ours. And that's all I can say about that part. But get your stuff together. So I'm always telling people that this is the best opportunity to start looking at ways to catch up on things that you slacked off on. Like for me, since I started working this year at actually going into a job instead of seeing clients all the time, I have to honestly tell you that it has been hard to keep up with my business plans and my goals. So I've separated my goals from financial goals, business goals, and then marital goals, and then like my career goals. All of them are different, but they all come down to the same thing as Sharita being the CEO, thebomb.com, and making sure her family life, and I'm leaving a legacy for my people. So when I say that is, like for me, I haven't blogged in a while. I have blog material like it's nobody's business, but I have not posted it. Why not? Only I can answer that. And to be honest with you, I really don't have an answer for that. I allowed myself to get so busy that the most important things in my life, I let slack off. So, are you working on, are you been working on a blog and stopped? Get back in it. Start doing it again. And I'm so sorry that you guys hear my dog in the background. She has really been with me under this table, but now she's in there barking at something. So anyway, she's letting us know she's protecting us. And I love every minute of it. So if you know that you were supposed to start something and didn't finish it, began something and dropped it off, pick it back up. This is the perfect opportunity. Do not allow this time to go wasted. So like, let me see. What if you're supposed to be writing a book? This is the perfect time to get that completed. Are you have you reached out to publishers? Have you actually talked to people about maybe putting articles together with you on your blog? There's so many different things that we can do right now in this spare time that we have. So for me, I've reached out to my publisher. I haven't really talked to my publisher since the beginning of this year, and I reached out and let him know. We text, but I haven't just talked to him. And he was like, I'm really glad to hear from you. I'm glad that you're back on your stuff. I'm actually working on another business deal that I really don't have time for, but it needs to get in the works so I can start it. And with me starting it, I know for a fact that I'm going to bring it to fruition. But if I'm sitting on it, and then a lot of times we're too busy to even get it, we can't begin. Sometimes we allow the business of life and we sit on all these creative ideas and we won't start anything. Have you want to start a label? And depending on what label you want, I don't know if you were supposed to start a business and you just haven't done it. Whatever you were supposed to do that you want to do, this is the perfect opportunity to do it. Like for me, I've been working on my med school applications. I wish I was further along with them. I'm not, but I've been working on them. My personal statement for my medical school applications. I'm getting an email list together that needs to be broadened for my business when I'm doing she counseling, mentoring, life coaching services. And then not to mention, I'm working on me to make sure that as I'm going into my tomorrows, I'm proud of what I'm doing. So if you're not a business owner, don't sleep on journaling, reading a good book. If you paint, start painting. Just there's so many different things we can be doing right now. Just don't waste that time. Be about your business. Don't wake up tomorrow and be like, I had all this time off and I did absolutely nothing. I want you guys to know that my husband is walking through this house, mean mugging me. He knows I'm going to look at him. Why is you mean mugging me? But anyway, I got to stay focused. I got plans and dreams right now, and it's to get through this podcast. And also, too, he's trying to walk up on me right now. I have no idea why. He is so mean. But anyway, so the next one is work on your spiritual life. Get your spiritual life together. Take this time to start reading your Bible. If you read your Bible, get your prayer life together. Get back into your praise and worship music. I'm telling you guys, when I started work, I was getting up extra 30 minutes earlier, and that was like 4:30, and I'm gonna tell you, I was worn out. By that first month, I felt like I don't know how I'm gonna keep up this time frame because I'd be so busy at work that when I came home, I would just be exhausted. So for me to actually get up earlier was beneficial, but I was so tired. So for now, I have a lot of time. I put that even in my planner daily, Bible study. I know everybody's like, what? I put Bible study in there. I get to read my Bible. I pray. I have my praise and worship going, and I'm journaling. That is my quiet time with the Lord. Now, if you don't have a spiritual life, I don't know if you meditate or whatever it is, get in it. This is the perfect opportunity for us to de-stress, get your mind relaxed, and get back to the old things that you love. And for me, one of mine is my spiritual life. Don't play. Don't come for me. I am all about sitting and having my engagement with the Lord. I love it, and I'm going to tell you, I'm a different person for doing it. So if you don't have that connection with the Lord, I pray you get one, or whatever it is, whomever higher power that you want to pray to, go for it. You deserve it, and you should have it, especially in these times of uncertainty. It gives you a peace that surpasses all understanding, and that's what God the Father does for me. So when y'all come to me talking about, Why I'm not anxious and why I'm not worried? Because I spend this time daily with the Lord, who gives me a peace, who reminds me of who He is, and He reminds me daily that He's going to take care of me. That's why I want you guys to get that way. You don't have to call me and worry about what I'm doing. You already know what to do for yourself. But anyway, I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes. I'm not trying to push my religion on anyone. I just want everybody to know that God is out there for you and He's just waiting on you. So anyway, the next one is take this time to check on your loved ones. I'm going to tell you guys something. My neighbors are outside playing the tuba and the trumpet. I can hear that right now. But anyway, check on your loved ones. This is the perfect opportunity to reach out to old high school friends, old college roommates, college friends, your frat brothers, your sorority sisters. I have literally in the last 2 weeks have reached out to more high school friends than I have in so long. So now I'm taking the time out. We're FaceTiming, we're engaging, talking through social media, getting time together that we're going to set up FaceTime, Zoom. You can get a group together, Zoom, Skype. This is the perfect opportunity while you're sitting at home to catch up with old people. And I'm not talking about, being messy. I'm not talking about starting drama issues, but like get in there. I'm not talking about calling your exes. What is Big Head doing? No, don't do none of that. I'm talking about getting in contact with people that you love, but we're so busy with life and our families that we don't get a chance to talk. So like this week, I'm getting in touch with family members I haven't spoken with. Re-engaging, recreating a conversations that you haven't had in a long time. Finding out what people are doing now. I'm telling you guys, at this season in our life, tomorrow's not promised. Reach out, talk to people. I learned in the last couple weeks how many of my high school friends are not around anymore, and I had no idea. So when I tell you guys, I wake up every day thankful that God has granted me the ability to wake up in the morning and to breathe a breath of fresh air. Honey, I don't take none of that for granted. So take this time out. Reach out to loved ones. Get to know your old friends if you can. I know we can't go to our neighbors now, but that's why I say go ahead and reach out to old loved ones, friends, high school friends, college friends, whatever you need to do. Okay, and last but not least, invest in yourself. We always talk about self-care. We always talk about being about our business, but I want to talk to you guys about reading a good book. Taking the time out right now and investing in yourself, reading a good book. Get on some good podcasts. I'm not going to get on a podcast that I'm not learning anything in. I'm not going to read a book that isn't, I'm always about, I want to learn. I'm not going to waste time. I don't have time to waste. So I want to learn. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about a good James Patterson book about Alex Cross. There's nothing wrong with that. But take this time to invest in yourself. So take an online course right now. There's so many different things that are free for us. There's so many different things out there free. Get in a certification class. There's so many coaching classes available right now. These are all things that are out there that we can take the time to really enrich ourselves. So I was going to also say, if you guys love to garden, if you love to paint, this is the perfect time to get back into this. How about people who actually, I've seen people on Facebook do these group walks. Invest in yourself. I don't waste this time and have done nothing. And all of a sudden that we'll be out of this quarantine and you'll be sitting around saying, well, I didn't do absolutely nothing. Let me tell you something. You are totally up to you. If you chose to sit around and not do anything for yourself, you are totally up to you. I'm at this moment working on certifications. I'm still pushing this master's degree out. I'm working on getting into medical school. I'm working on a book publication. I still got my blog. I still have She counseling, mentoring, and life coaching sessions. I still have my podcast. I still have my YouTube vlog. Yeah, it sounds busy. It is. But guess what? I refuse to not invest in me. I refuse to not be happy and promote what I love. So if you can say that it doesn't bother you to do absolutely nothing, then that's fine. Just be able to live with that on a daily basis. And don't be mad at the people who are choosing to invest in themselves, who are choosing to go out every day to be the best version of themselves. So, like I said, certification classes, coaching classes, anything that's going to invest in you and promote a better tomorrow for you, I would suggest you do it. Like I said, I'm a lifelong learner. I don't plan to ever stop learning. Once I get through with medical school or get invested, find out I'm in medical school, I want to learn another language. I used to be not very fluent, but I was almost fluent in Spanish. And I stopped speaking it. I took 7 years of Spanish. I'm about to get back in it. This is the perfect opportunity for people to learn another language. Do you knit? Do you crochet? This is the best time to invest in yourself and do self-care. I mean, books are fun, painting's fun. I had a girlfriend who just started back doing photography. She's going around to different places and setting up. I mean, we're quarantined, so the places she's going to actually photo shoot, no one's there. So I'm just telling you, this is the perfect time, you guys, that God has granted us this time frame. I know a lot of people are sick. I know we're watching everybody on the front lines that are getting sick. We're seeing them crying out for help, and all we can do is pray. And if you can't get out there and volunteer and help, I don't know how you can, or what your gift is, or what you're crafted in, go do it. But if you cannot, this is the perfect opportunity for you to work on yourself, to get re-engaged with your family, to take the time out to get invested in yourself. I'm telling you guys, I'm using all of this time to make sure that I am proud of me. I'm not trying to get on the phone and just start mess. I'm not calling people that I don't want to talk to anymore. I'm really working on a better me. So like I said, calling high school friends, get in touch with people I went to college with, getting in touch with old family members. I'm telling you guys, it has blessed my soul to talk to old family members. I'm just telling you, just take this time and use it wisely. I know this isn't as long as the other ones, but I wanted to get on here right quick and just say, make sure that you address fear. Why are you scared at this time frame? And if you need counseling, if you need coaching, contact me. My number is 940-247-0619. I'm definitely here to assist, and if I can't help you, I can hopefully get you with someone who can. But I'm going to tell you right now, I am blessed that God has given us a second chance to get out of the busy stages of life and take this time to re-engage what's most important to us. I've had a lot of people tell me how I don't look as stressed out anymore. It's the little things. God has granted us this season to just really, really seek Him, to pray, to get aligned with our family. I'm enjoying the time with my husband. I'm enjoying the time with my kids. I'm just really taking this time. I'm using this time wisely, and I suggest you do the same. I hope that you don't wake up tomorrow and be like, I did absolutely nothing. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for getting on this with me today and listening to Shishi Vlogs and Shishi Podcast. I'm telling you, it's a blessing to be able to talk to you guys and engage with you guys and make sure that I can help promote you living the best life for yourself, to be unapologetically you, and to walk in your God-given purpose and dreams. Until next time, take care. I'll be talking to you guys next week. Talk with you soon. Bye.